Aye.
I've got Raveldi on.
Awesome.
Alexa, stop. Hi. This is so
Hello.
strange.
I know it is.
I need to edit the start out because I'm singing along to Raveldi.
Good
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, people will be like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. So this is different. This is the double L show, even though technically it should be triple L because LL and then L.
Oh yeah. The
Um,
Triple L show. Yay.
I love how I'm both wearing the X Files t-shirt. Yes. What a vibe though. Literally such a vibe.
It is. Woo.
Yeah. This is so weird. Like, I have no idea what we're meant to talk about. We should have
Neither
planned
do
this.
I. If we should have had some kind of basic idea, yeah.
I watched Megan yesterday.
How was it?
Cringeworthy. It's the weirdest thing that I've seen in my life. I'm like, what? I'm like, really? And then it just keeps getting like stranger. She's like going
Well,
after killing people and then just keep dancing after. And I'm like, oh, come on. I'm like, really? Oh, she sings a few times as well.
just sings. Oh
Yeah.
god.
And you thought Titanium was the only time that she was singing. Yeah, it was something
Yeah.
else.
Well, it's successful. I mean, there's another sequel planned for 2025. It's
Yeah.
also actually, I think I was hearing this somewhere. It's broke a record for like 30 or 20 years where a horror film released in January has actually done well.
Wow.
Normally, January is just the worst time to release them because they always flop. But this one's just, yeah. The hype though, the promotion team, they did
TikTok as
good.
well.
They had Megan at a baseball game,
I
just
saw that.
walking around. Yeah, that was like that is how you do it. It worked for Smile, who
Oh,
had people
that's true.
smile.
Great
Not a very good
promotion.
film though.
I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna watch it yesterday, but then my friend was like, "Oh, I think I need to go." So, yeah, I never got a chance. We ended up watching Return to Oz, which is apparently supposed to be really scary, and it was just bad. It was so bad.
I think
Like the
I've seen
start of
clips
it,
of that.
the start of it was very questionable. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is a kids' film, and they're talking about electroshock therapy. Like
When
what?
was this released? When was that? When was that film released?
80s?
Makes sense actually. When kids' films were like that.
Yeah, it was very questionable. I'm like,
Yeah, I think they did push the boundaries back then for kids' entertainment.
yeah, it wasn't very entertaining. It was quite boring. I'm just
Is that
like,
the one where
um,
there's like men and they've got like wheels on their hands or something?
yes, yes,
I've
that.
I've seen lots of clips of that, and it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was just like so uncomfortable to watch at times. I'm like, drugs. Drugs were definitely involved in this.
Yeah, it was the 80s. They probably didn't know they'd made a film till they woke up sober.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird to think that like Labyrinth was inspired by The Wizard of Oz and also Alice in Wonderland, two films that I've actually watched recently, and I'm just like, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, I
Trippy.
watched Labyrinth last week for the first time. It was like you can definitely tell this is a Jim Henson production. How many
Yeah,
puppets are
you remember me, the babe, babe with the
there?
power of voodoo.
Voodoo, who do you do?
Remember me, the babe. It's so funny
That
that
song's been
song.
in my head since I watched it.
Exactly, they do it on purpose. I grew up so much on Jim Henson though. Like I was obsessed with Sesame Street, even though it was banned in the UK. Yes, when people are
Sesame
watching
Street was
it,
banned in the UK.
Sesame Street is still banned in the UK. Yes, like a moment to sink that in because it has American ideas that they don't want to put into kids' heads. But the Muppets is allowed.
The Muppets is allowed, but no. Big Bird, no, you stay over that pond.
Yeah, the movies. I don't think the movies are banned, but the show itself is banned. There was like a tiny little time period where it was allowed, and then they were like, "No, nah, this is not okay for British audiences."
what are the things going to happen? It's, oh my god,
I know.
that's funny. I've never heard that before, but that's funny. I know
Yeah,
something like I can tell like there's cultural differences, maybe, but you can't really say that for Sesame Street because it's not like a massive one. Like I know an episode of Peppa Pig got banned in Australia because they told kids to play with spiders. If you try to do that in Australia, you end up dead in 10 seconds.
God, I wouldn't even. Oh no, no, just no, no, no spiders.
Yeah.
No.
Like if a spider's bigger than a penny, it's like no, you no, get out.
Oh my God, that reminds us of this time. So my family went to my cousin's wedding, and it was the first time that I'd been like alone, like where no family were around. And I'm just like I was already in a mental state as it was because I was very anxious at the time. And I'm lying there on the sofa because I just love lying on the sofa when things aren't great. And then I see a spider crawl across the whole. Bearing in mind it was summer, and it was massive, and I'm just like, oh my God, there's no one to help us. So I get my shoe, and I'm like, fling it across the floor at it, and I killed it in one shot. And then I'm like looking at the dead spider, like, what am I meant to do? I'm not picking that up. I did. I got the Hoover eventually. But I was like, no chance I'll go near that thing.
The biggest spider I ever seen, I was about 8 years old, and as to this day, I've never seen one like it. Its body was like that, and its legs were like that in the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm not stepping in the bathroom. I got a bottle of cleaner and just hide it at it.
God.
To this day, I've never seen one that big before, but normally it's in that bathroom during the autumn where you'll just find these massive ones. It is just like, oh, I'm not going anywhere near that bathroom for like a day now.
Oh my God, the amount of times like I see spiders, but I haven't seen any in ages. I mean, there was one in my room, and it was like somewhere towards the end of last year, and then it goes down the wall, and because my bed was like in a little cove, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the spider.
Oh,
So then when I changed my room round, I'm like, I'll find a dead spider. Nothing. I'm like, did I imagine it? Like, was I tripping? Like, what? No, that's one thing I can't stand. It's like my dad's house when he was like emptying it to like move. Oh my God, the amount of spiders. Oh no, I've just got a really good memory as well, thinking, oh, the last time I ever saw my Auntie Audrey, like in 2019, I think it was. I was desperate for the toilet. I just had a McDonald's. Like, I drank that. Like I drank the Fanta like so fast. And then I'm like, oh, I need the toilet. And I look up and there's a massive spider apart, like just. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, I am not going to the toilet. I'd rather wet myself. I'm like, I would literally rather wet myself than go near that thing. And I'm like, Granda. I'm like, will he get the spider so I can go to the toilet? And he's like, what spider? I was like, the spider's right there. And he's like, it's tiny, it's nowhere near. I was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't care. It's like still there and I can see it. And my Auntie Audrey, she came up, she's like, what are you talking about? That's my best mate. Oh, bless her so much. That was just, I kind of like knew at that time that it was probably the last time I'd ever see her. So it was sad.
Oh,
That's like
yeah.
the last memory I have, and it's like treasured. Yeah.
Well, thanks to something that happened last year, I have to open the bathroom door and check because it was the middle of the night. Opened the bathroom door, walked in. I felt something on my shoulder. Then I felt something on my arm and my foot. I'm going, what was that? Turned the light on, massive spider, and opened the door and it fell on us and just rolled us all the way down. So now I'm traumatized to go into the bathroom without looking.
I would die right there. I would scream. I remember the Cotswolds, like I stayed in this like really like in the Cotswolds, like the posh bit in like a massive house, and like I don't know like how long it had been since like somebody had been there. So I'm like, oh, bedtime. Like it was melting, like it was 40 degrees or something there. Like it was ridiculous. And I'm just like, oh, I'm going to bed. And next thing I know, I see a spider crawling up the cover, and I just, oh my God. Everyone was like, what the hell? It was tiny though, but I was just overreacting. I think the heat just got to us thinking it was a massive spider when in reality it wasn't. I mean, I was kind of like tripping about things. Like the ceiling didn't even look real, but you know what? Heat could do anything to you. I was watching a documentary last night, and when I say watching, I mean I was multitasking while also supposedly watching, and it was talking about personality types, and apparently you inherit 50% of your personality, and then I'm like, but what if I have BPD? I take my personality from everyone I meet, so clearly I don't take it from my family.
Just yeah, that's a bit incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, whose persona am I right now? I don't have a clue. I do not have one Scooby Doo. Like,
I did see a
whoever I
funny
watch
meme
on
last
TV.
night where it was like, "Oh, I like your personality. Thanks. I have three others."
Yes. Me when I wake up on a morning. Right, who's in play today? I'm like, and then I'll wait a bit and for us to be more awake. And then it could be like, yeah. I'm like, oh no, I'm like, not euphoria. Not euphoria. Please. I'm like, don't do this to us. It could be worse so it could be like delusional. Oh god, please don't. I don't want
Yeah,
delusional. It's
that
like
is. Yeah, that
when
is
my
not what you want.
delusions, oh my god, like I could be sitting there and it's like, you know, you want to do it, kill yourself. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. It just makes us laugh at times because I'm like, Rain, what are you on? I'm like, what are you on? Completely. Like, it's such a switch up. Like, I could be on the morning, I'm like, yay, I can't wait for all this stuff. On the night, yeah, you're a failure. Go and kill yourself. Like, that's it, just switches up so badly. Like, what on actual earth?
That's a nightmare you're going through. Like just having all that going through your head.
Yeah, I mean, and then it just depends who I am to each day, and then it could be self-sabotage. It'd be like, yeah, let's just cancel all this. It's stupid. It's like it's never gonna happen. I'm like, oh my god. And then the next day, it's like when I chopped off my hair. Like, it was like, you know, you want to do it. You should do it. You should chop off your hair. I mean, you could be like Dana Scully. I mean, go on, do it, do it, do it, do it. And then I'm like, I should do that. Like, it's very convincing. It's very, very good at convincing people of things. So I'm like, let's do it. I'm gonna just do it. So I chopped off all my hair. Yeah, I don't regret it though. I did
I
regret
mean,
it the day
it
after.
does look good. The hair
Thanks.
does
This is
look
my
good.
lazy hair. I have not brushed it. I washed my hair last night and I was like, nah, I was like, I'm not going to dry it. Who cares? This is what happens. It just styles itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could brush your hair about 50 times for it to even look somewhat okay.
You got yours cut though, didn't you? Like last week or something.
I got it November, I think it was.
November.
No, I'm pretty sure it was no. It was December, early December.
Ah, I thought you got a cut the other week.
No.
Oh my god, this is what happens when you don't look at the time. Wow. God. I don't even want to think of time. I'm just thinking in the moment and of all the things I have to do in the moment and think, nah, that can wait. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, should we talk about the X Files? I mean, I feel like we should.
for sure. Yeah,
I did just mention Dana Scully, and
yeah.
I can just
Got the oh, awesome photo.
I love them. I love them so much. Oh, I watched David Duchovny on who was he on? He was on a different show. James
Jimmy Kimmel
Corden.
or James Corden.
Yeah, he was on James Corden the other night as well.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook. He's the Facebook page saying it was a pleasure to be on James Corden talking about whatever the you people I think he was talking about.
Yeah. Did you see You People?
I watched it the other day. Yeah,
I thought you did. I couldn't remember if you did or not.
I'm pretty sure I said to you I'm watching it and I've got like to the dinner scene and all that.
Yeah, but I can't remember. My memory is so bad. Did you think it was a bit dragged on towards the end?
Towards the end, yeah, I did think, oh, this must be the finish of the film, and I looked and going, how's the half hour left still? What are they going to do with
Yeah,
this half hour?
it was like nearly 2 hours long, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I felt like it could have been a lot shorter and a lot more
It
condensed.
could have been, could have
There's
been.
just like a bit unnecessary stuff here and there.
That film would have worked just as well if it was 1 hour 30. If they'd
Yeah,
cut about 20 minutes of it, you understand the same story. Everything would have still made sense. Just a few scenes in, I think that maybe were filler scenes to
yeah,
get from one scene to another. They didn't know what to do, so they just added another scene in.
yeah. I mean, we could have had more David. That would have been decent.
Definitely needed more David.
He must have been filming something else at the same time. Like he must have.
Probably was, yeah. He was only about 3, 4 scenes altogether.
Yeah, he. I think he could have been filming Bucky F and Dent.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
oh,
haven't seen anything like what.
I just remembered his other book. That's getting created into a TV series as well.
Oh, which book?
Oh my god. Oh my god, what's it called? It's the one that's got lightning in the title. God, I'm like, it's not even on here. It's in my list on Audible. I mean, I'm nearly finished Bucky F and Dent. Oh, wait, no, it hasn't updated. I was like, no,
Oh,
I'm on chapter 22. I truly like lightning.
I still
Yeah,
need to use Audible. Still haven't used it.
yeah, I'm gonna. Should I buy it? Should I buy the next one? I shouldn't have that long left on Bucky F and Dent. It's very confusing, but that's me. I can't retain as much as before. Like, I just can't. There's too much in my head, but it's pretty good. Yeah,
Definitely going to have to be a book I need to read at some point.
it's quite funny, and you can tell that it's got David's persona in there by a lot, because apparently he's very like Hank Moody, very much. Um, I don't know in depth how much, but that's what I've heard. So yeah, I think it's more like the humor than anything else. Damn. Honestly, when I'm watching it, I just can't believe my mind. I love how I've just diverted all the way from the X Files.
Well, as someone who's read a lot of Bucky F and Dent, would you say it would work? It would translate on screen well from the book?
I think,
Do you think
yeah,
if
definitely. I feel like it would be a lot easier to visualize. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. It's hard. It like when there's so many chapters, I can't like I've never read an actual full book and remembered the entire thing in my life, so unless it's like a version like how the X Files movies. I mean, I've read well, it's read it out to us. Whereas it just added extra details to the movies and I could see because I knew the movie beforehand. But that's kind of cheating, really. So
but those books do seem they would be very handy for little details that would give a bit more to the plot of the film.
yeah, it's
Like
like added
companion
the
books.
stage directions in a way.
Yeah.
It's just like shows the extra emotion and yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Yeah, I really enjoyed both of them and the movies. I really wanted to watch the first movie again last night. I just
First
wanted
movie,
it so.
fantastic.
I love
I
it.
loved it.
I was talking about it the other day when I was at the studio, just like about the movie and how like the cinematography and stuff like that.
It was amazing, the cinematography.
Oh,
Stunning.
oh, and the bass scene, everyone, that one. Oh my god.
Yeah, that
Like
scene.
so
Like,
traumatic. Like you're already like in tears, and then you're just like, oh my god. But literally, I wanted to die. So
oh, I'm
sad.
probably going to watch X Files movie again tonight. amazing.
I've
It
watched it
actually, it
twice.
when it like, how would I say it? It flew by. Like it didn't seem it was that long. It seemed it went over in a flash.
Yeah.
Just I think because when you get focused on it, as they say, time does fly when you're having fun.
You know what? I actually kind of feel sorry for Gillian Anderson because she had to run in high heels so many times in that movie. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure she had to run in like 4-inch heels.
How did she do it? She must have had a practice or something to keep her balance.
Yeah, I mean, legend, icon.
Yeah.
So much respect for doing that. Yeah,
And
so much respect.
a fact that makes me look at any scene where it's Mulder and Scully together, that makes me laugh, is they had a thing called what was it called, a gilly board to
The
make
Gilly
us
board.
seem taller.
Yeah,
It's just imagine us standing on the board just trying to be taller.
I mean, like, it's hard to imagine, but I'm guessing that'll be for the scenes where she hasn't got like heels on, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh god, I just couldn't imagine. Like when you look at the like newer series and you see the heels, you're like, damn, oh
Yeah.
no, the pain, no. Even they were saying it in like scenes about how much it actually hurt. Like, oh,
Yeah, they even said in an interview that the thing they weren't looking forward to during the revival series was all the running they had to do.
yeah, I think that was the one that I sent you, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, they're like too old for this now. Like,
Yeah.
nah,
Just know
not as
if
young
someone's
anymore.
running, have them call a taxi and just say, follow that person and just lean out the door.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would want it to come back, but the thing is, I think the best way to like definitely seal it and have it end properly would be another movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions that need answers from the series finale before. Yeah, that
Um,
ending. Um, don't want to spoil it, but that ending was like just like, what just happened?
yeah, I mean, I want to see what comes next. I don't necessarily like a lot of fans that don't necessarily want to see it alien related. They kind of just want to like have a closure for the characters.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, we've never really got to like just see them. It just
that's why a movie would work better than like another series, is because you have like what put 90 minutes, you can settle that story in that time.
yeah,
You can
definitely.
show them what happened after the end, after the finale, what happened to the characters, and then just end it on a good note. I
Yeah.
don't know how I don't know what the ending could be, but
Um, I mean, a lot of shows that have ended, they kind of do like a montage at the end, or like they'll give a happy ending. They don't just like leave it. Like usually someone gets married. I mean, Criminal Minds that ended in obviously so it's come back, but that ended in marriage, and I was like, oh, like that's so sweet. And of course, he got like the character, his wife ended up dying, which was tragic. I was like, what? I'm like, oh, I'm like, why'd you give us such a happy end and then bring it back and like, she's dead? What? No. It's like what they done with NCIS when we found out, like, I don't know if you've watched the newer ones.
I haven't seen the newest ones. I don't think. No,
Brina,
the name's familiar.
Jimmy's wife.
Oh no, she died. Yeah,
Yeah. When they
yeah,
came back and it was like, and you're like, oh, that's really tragic.
yeah.
Like, that is just
Yeah.
really cruel.
I remember reading an article saying that God, a few years saying that she had died, and I was like, oh, that's sad. I know how like like the storylines. I remember thinking about, ooh, what's going to happen here? Like at times, they would. I was watching episodes just to be like, well, what's going to happen here? How are they going to advance?
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy's definitely. I mean, I need to catch up. He's definitely getting it on with Agent
It's
Knight.
been it's been a few years since I've seen it. Did him and his wife actually have a baby or not? I can't remember.
I think they're adopted, It would make sense with the timeline, I'm guessing. But
Yeah,
you can never tell a show's timeline as much anymore because of COVID. Some people skipped it, some people didn't. It's just
yeah,
trying
that
to work it out.
it affected lots of timelines.
Yeah, so, well, his kid's called Victoria, and she was in like some of the episodes that I've seen. But yeah, I don't really remember a lot. I remember more of the old series because they were the go-to to watch.
I've watched series 1 to series
10 minutes left.
13 or 14 about 7 times. Like, I remember all the early ones and some of the later ones.
Yeah,
I don't know why I stopped watching after series 14. I can't really remember why.
yeah, I feel like it kind of dragged a bit after 14 because I know I stopped around about there and it just felt a bit strange. Something wasn't like the
Yeah,
same.
it did have that kind of off vibe to it.
Yeah, it still kind of has that. It feels like obviously Gibbs is gone. So
Yeah,
that's kind of like it's a big missing bit. Like the dynamic isn't the same. Like in the beginning, if you think about it, you had all the banter between like Kate and Tony, which was just iconic, and just
yeah,
like
that was
all the
fantastic.
innuendos and just all that stuff. Like, and it's gone. It's like they had big personalities, the characters, and now not as much.
Well, now there's not many original characters left, just McGee
Yeah.
and Ducky, who apparently is going to be leaving soon.
Oh, really?
I was reading that I can't remember his name, but the one who plays Ducky has said he
David
is thinking
McCallum.
about. He is saying he's getting on. He is thinking about just retiring because all the work and all the filming is a bit just too much for him. That's why his role has been reduced a bit now.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he's still in the credits.
he's debating whether to just call it. And I'm thinking, you can't leave. You can't, like, he's one of the best things about the show.
Yeah, I know. It'd be so tragic though. Like,
I know.
it's just that's kind of when you know a show's going to be ending in a way because there's just something not the same. And when like the main characters are nearly all gone,
I
that's
know.
like that's about it, which is a shame. I mean, Grey's Anatomy's following that kind of path. It will be
Yeah.
after February. It's just gonna like the audience is just gonna start leaving. I mean, it's a fact. It's probably loads
I
of the
can't,
audience has already left.
yeah. They can't imagine Grey's Anatomy without the Grey.
Yeah, it's just gonna be anatomy.
Yeah.
They might as well just change the title now.
Might as well.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
well, as Harry Styles says, it's not the same as it was. Literally. Just not. Oh, I miss the days when you could just watch it and you were like absolutely gripped and like the first thing you do when the episode ended was go and look at the next trailer and stuff like that and like, oh, what's coming next? Like there's just not that anymore. Like it's missing from almost every series. You're just not as excited. You're just like mediocre. It's just very that's what it is. That's the way it's going. There's not
Well, shows that do last a long time do tend to go through that kind of staleness where it's just like they might run out of ideas, they might not know what to do with a character, and then of course it's been on that long, characters will leave, and then fans will be like it won't be the same. So the writers have got the job to try to keep the attention, but they can't really do that. Just every show go like was saying NCIS that is already in that. In Grey's Anatomy is about to go straight into it.
yeah. I mean, I did enjoy like I'm enjoying the recent season because it feels like it's going back to its roots, but at the same time, it's still not the same. Like you can
What I
try and
liked about the
recreate
recent
the
series
characters,
was
but
them introducing interns, so it's just got like that series 1 feel.
yeah, I mean,
But
it's
at
like
the
I
same
like
time,
them, but you know, it's
yeah,
not the same. It's just like you can try and replicate it, but there's nothing better than the original.
nothing will ever replace the good old Magic crew.
Yeah, 100%. Although, no matter what, I'm still not a fan of Izzy.
Yeah.
I think everyone's kind of angry at Izzy after like all of the
After Alex,
stuff.
after he left just unexpectedly. No, he has a note. He has a note. Goodbye forever.
Yeah. I
What a way
really
to kill a character.
Yeah, I like Jo though. I feel like her character's got a lot better and a lot more relatable. She definitely needs to get with Link. Like it's
I would say
got
that,
to
yeah.
happen. It just has to. Just if that doesn't, then that's just no, no.
Wasted. Wasted.
Definitely.
They don't do it.
Like they could be the next. I think they've already got a shipping name. I think it's Jo Link.
Joling.
Yeah, I think that.
Kind of works.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know, really. You just never know where things are gonna go. I mean, we've only got like under 5 minutes left until it cuts itself off.
Oh, damn.
So, what is the last kind of topic that we should?
I'm not quite sure. Any particular movie or TV show you want to mention that you've watched? And just give a quick discussion on that.
I'm probably gonna circle back to Californication.
Californication. Okay.
Mainly because some of the episodes are entirely shocking that I could have screamed. Like I could have. Oh, and last night's episode that I watched, bloody hell. Oh god, things are just like hitting the fan every single time. When you just think they're chilling out and everything's going well, it's just like, no, backfired. That backfired majorly. Dude, like, no, 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 just stop. It's like really very, he's very much a womanizer.
I think to sum up Californication, all you have to say is, how is this allowed on TV?
Yeah, I don't think it's actually like you can't get it anywhere in the UK, so it's a weird
Prime
one.
Video, I think, looking. I don't know
Yeah,
if you have to buy it or if it's
yeah.
a subscription.
It's just funny when my mum came in my room and she's like, "Do you think I'd like it?" And I'm like,
Well, let's just say it's not a show we're going to watch together.
I would just know. It's like when I try to get her to watch Sex Education. Yeah, iconic. I can't wait for that.
I can't wait for the new series.
Apparently, it's coming soon. That's what I've heard.
Ooh.
There's rumours stirring, but we know from rumours they're not always true.
Yeah, the very not true rumours.
Yeah.
Hashtag protect Flim and Jean.
Oh my god. Yes. Literally.
If they do anything, if they touch 1 inch of her, that's it. No, I'm going to write to Blim and the creator and say, no, this cannot happen.
Yeah. Honestly, they better not do anything. They just no death scares or anything like that.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Do not need that.
I definitely want Rotus to be a thing though.
Rotus.
That's what they call. That's the shipper name, Rotus. Ruby and Otis.
Ruby knows, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I like him better than like him and Maeve.
Him and Maeve.
Yeah. I feel like they've gone through way too much to like make it work now.
Yeah, a lot's happened between them that it's just like it would be a bit more awkward now if you do try to make things work.
Yeah.
Too much baggage involved.
Plus, she's technically going to be in America.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then Dan Levy is in it. That's going to be very interesting.
It'll be to see how they're going to have him in a show like that.
But
his character's
Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a legend. Absolutely love him.
Ruby is one of my favourite characters on there because
I feel like her development was unexpected and very, like, I don't know how, like, it's kind of hard hitting in a way because it kind of explains why she's kind of secretive and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like she's
like
not.
At first you think, oh, she's this, nasty person, but then you get to know her a bit more. You get to see her, what home life's like for her, and it's just like, oh. I'll tell you a scene that did make me kind of
But
be
less
like,
than a minute.
okay, when she said "I love you" to Flynn, and he just didn't say anything. I was like, no, no, don't you dare, dude! You say it back right now.
Yeah.
And when he didn't, I was like, no. That was an
Right.
upsetting scene.
Yeah, it definitely was. So I'm guessing this is about it.
Yes, it is. Yes.
The first double L show out the way.
Yay! Thank you for watching. If you do watch
Yeah.
this,
Let's hope they do watch. Bye bye.
yeah. And we will plan for episode 2.
Yes, definitely. Au revoir.
Bye bye.